It don't happen, oh, my good people of Biafra, my good people of Nigeria, and my good people of the world, and the ones in diaspora who have been waiting earnestly for the date of Presidential Election Petition Tribunal to pick a date for the ruling on the petition of Atiku Abubakar of PDP and also that of Labour Party counterpart, where name be Mr. Gregory Peter Obi. The date have been confirmed, so obedient in the house. Whether you are APC, you are PDP, are you Labour Party, NNPP, AAC, and the rest of other political parties who have one way or the other secret redress on what happened on the 25th of February 2023, which election result was announced at the dead hour of the night when others are still sleeping. The Mahmoud led INEC and other and his allies and cronies, the likes of Festus Okoye, they connived and they give a verdict on the said selection process that have never ended. Anyway, my wonderful people, now here we go take start our news. Make on the justificate. It's either the ruling it be on your favor or against you. But whichever way it is, my dear brothers and sisters, the two things must happen. It's either the election result was null and void or the declaration of Abado, is it for Eba or Gare, or the declaration will be certified by the appeal court of the federation. Whichever way it happens, my dear, we have to do what? Be ready to accept whatever that comes out of it. Anyway, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers, happy to see you all again this Monday. Thank God, though, nothing happened to any of us. We are all held and happy to witness today. It happens to be the 28th day, if I'm not mistaken, in the month of August in the year of 2023. Hear the news in details. Tinubu Presidential Election Petition Tribunal reportedly picks a date to deliver judgment. I think, according to the news I saw this morning, it's supposed to be on the 16th of September in the year of 2023. And according to the insight or what I heard this morning, that day is the last day of the 180 days being given by the constitution of the Fulani government of Nigeria that the ruling is supposed to take place. And it happens to be on Saturday. So I don't really know the authenticity of this very news, but I am optimistic that in every rumor there's an atom of truth in it. Anyway, we are going to see exactly how it was being fixed and other etc. in it. Another one here, we're gonna see how the so-called people who have vowed or put their allegiance on the people that they are serving or people that voted them to be in there. You understand me? We're gonna see how some people don't turn to become an enemy to one of their members, will be Sheikh Hussaini, simply because he came out on a national TV and revealed his salary allowance as a senator. All of them picked offense and turned against him. That is Sheikh Hussaini, the Kaduna Central lawmaker or Kaduna Central senator. Anyway, I became an enemy to my colleagues for disclosing my salary allowance as senator. Sheikh Hussaini laments. The secret where these people they hide, that is how they keep hiding. Nobody knows that even come on a one-day holiday, they have to share money at the National Assembly. The last one now, Akpabio come out and use his hand to shot himself on the leg. Till today, there are still some what do I call it? Some problems at that Senate House simply because of what Akpabio said on the national TV. Anyway, now so God they take they open their they open their wuru, open all the whole security that they have been hiding. That every now and then in that National Assembly there's nothing been discussed in favor of the poor. No, it will have to be in their own favor. Otherwise, the house will be in total confusion. Okay, I became an enemy to my colleagues, according to Sheikh Hussaini. Flood don't buy 2 kids in Anambra State. Make gonna see how person can become minister of transport, or be minister of road and whatever, transport, transportation and works. Dave Umahi, and still at the same time became still a senator in Nigeria, and he is even bragging about it. The federal government, the state government, the local government, all the paratators, all the security personnel, agencies and the rest of them, no one cares to call this man and ask him how possible is that, because it can never be possible. How can you be being a minister and also still retain your position as a senator? It is never done. That is what this man is saying. Sheikh Usani, that our talkative lawmaker, he don't come out to call the act. As Umahi, he insisted that he is still a serving senator of the Fulani government of Nigeria. I shake my head. Anyway, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers, let us start our news from the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, the date that they have fixed. Let us read it to the understanding of every Dick and Harry or every Tom and Jerry. Make gonna hear them. But before that, remember you need to subscribe to this channel, like, comment, and also do what? Share. It is very, very important and very, very necessary. The Presidential Election Petition Tribunal has allegedly fixed Saturday, September 16 as the date to deliver its final ruling on the outcome of the 2023 presidential selection. And I don't hear them now on Saturday, 16th of September 2023. The tribunal is expected to deliver its ruling in the suit challenging the electoral victory of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who was the presidential candidate of the All Poverty Congress APC in the February 25th selections process. It will be recalled that after the adopting the final written addresses of the parties involved in the suit, the five-man tribunal headed by Justice Haruna Simon Samani reserved judgment and set a date to deliver the verdict will be communicated to concerned parties and their lawyers. Multiple sources claimed on Monday that the tribunal has now allegedly picked September 16th as the judgment date. The reported date is the final day available for the tribunal to deliver its judgment on the three petitions instituted by the People's Democratic Party (PDP), the Labour Party (LP), and the Allied People's Movement (APM), together with their presidential candidates, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, Mr. Peter Obi, and Princess Chichi Ojei, respectively. The defendants in the cases are Tinubu, the APC, and the Independent National Electoral Commission that are not dependent. Nigerian News, however, reports the tribunal is yet to make an official statement on that particular date to deliver its ruling. In another development, Sheikh Usani reacts as Dave Umahi still insisted he is a minister and also a senator of the Fulani government of Nigeria. Former Kaduna lawmaker Sheikh Usani has reacted to the recent clarification of Minister of Works Dave Umahi on his position as senator despite President Tinubu's ministerial appointment. Nigerian News reported that Umahi insisted he is still a senator during an interview with Channels TV while responding to questions on the morning show Sunrise Daily. Umahi said to deliver on his responsibility, Bola Ahmed Tinubu must give him at least the size of his budget. When asked by the host if he would need to work with a National Assembly, the former governor responded by saying he is still a senator, so there's no need to work with the National Assembly. Nigeria is a joke. Recall that the Ebonyi State National and the State Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Abuja had a reserved judgment in the petition filed by the candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Michael Nachi, and Labour Party, Linus Okode, who are challenging his declaration as the winner of the Ebonyi South Senatorial District. The petitioners are asking the tribunal to nullify the election of the All Poverty Congress APC candidate because Umahi did not score the majority of valid votes cast in the said elections. Asked if he had not resigned from the position of a senator, Umahi said he is a senator and not a sitting senator because he has exited the National Assembly. Reacting to this, Sheikh Usani via his Twitter page suggested that Dave Umahi is holding both positions with two hands in case there is a change of government. Okay, in case if he finally said no, that Agbado is not the winner of the election. So he will then resign as a minister and was still holding that position of a senator. That is a greediness. And that is what is killing Nigeria today. The ones at the head of affairs, they don't want to give way for other people to do what? To get taste of that national cake that all of them are enjoying. Recall that the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, alongside his counterpart, Atiku Abubakar, of the People's Democratic Party, is challenging the outcome of the 2023 election at Election Petition Tribunal. Sani tweeted, Brother Mahi is holding the Senate seat with his right hand and the ministerial seat with the left hand, just in case the change of weather or in case there's a change of government. Well, you made this point very clear. Flood, don't buy two children, all happens in Anambra State. A recent flood incident in Nkwele Oka South local government area of Anambra State has killed 2 children in the state. Nigeria News learns that the children between the ages of 4 and 7 lost their lives at 2 locations in the area. Maybe probably they are playing with the water when the tragic struck. One of the kids was swept away by the heavy flooding while disposing of his refuse along the floodplain. You see, disposing of refuse. That means the parents or the guardian have to be blamed for that. And the other one was swept away in an attempt to collect his slippers, being carried away by the same flood. What a tragic incident. A resident in the area identified as Ife said the guest mother had sent her to go and dispose of waste when the flooding caught her up. What a word. Ife said she was pouring the waste inside the drainage when her leg suddenly slipped and she fell inside the drainage and was carried away by the heavy flooding. A careless mother for that matter, and the government is supposed to hold that woman responsible for that. Reacting to the development, the state police spokesperson Ikenga Tochukwu said the incident had not been reported to the command. He, however, described the case as a pure environmental disaster, assuring of the command's continued collaboration with the government to improve safety in the state. He said, this is pure environmental disaster, but we keep working with the government to make sure safety is improved in the state. In another development here, I became an enemy to my colleagues for disclosing my salary allowance as senator of the Fulani government of Nigeria, Shehu Sani. A former Kaduna Central lawmaker, Shehu Sani, has said the disclosure of his allowance and salary as a member of the National Assembly years ago made him an enemy to his colleagues. The chieftain of the People's Democratic Party said he was the first lawmaker in the history of Nigeria to disclose that 13.5 million naira was paid as allowance and payments to federal legislators. In a chat with a point, Sani said the revelation earned the anger and the distrust of many of his colleagues, then who felt that he should not have disclosed such payments that ought to be kept a secret. You see how our lawmakers are keeping secret every kobo they receive as a salary, knowing fully well that they are supposed to be accountable to the public. But no, once you do that, you have become an enemy outrightly. Sani said there were plans to punish and suspend him from the Senate, but it took the intervention of the then Senate President, Bukola Saraki, and his then deputy, Ike Ekweremadu, to stop the actions. He stated that Saraki and Ekweremadu also stepped in to serve the Senate because Nigerians who have stormed the National Assembly, if he had been penalized and suspended, of course, they are supposed to have done that. He said lawmakers at National Assembly know that each time they go on a public holidays or races, there's a certain amount of money that is credited to their account. This time, it would not have been controversial if it was done silently. I happen to be the first legislator in the history of Nigeria to disclose allowances and payments made to legislators, and I know it came with a price to me because I earned the anger and distrust of many of my colleagues who felt that it was coming to the National Assembly and should not have unveiled such payments that ought to be done in secret. Well, I did so to clear my own conscience and to send a message to the whole Nigerians. My defense was that I didn't say that all of you were getting 13.5 million naira. I just said that I have been receiving an alert of 13.5 million and a salary of 720,000 naira. So if you are not receiving that, you can tell the world that you are not receiving that. As simple as that. That one, he said, this is what I am receiving. But I became an enemy to many of them until later, when time took over. I think Bukola Saraki, the then Senate President, saved me because I could have been penalized and suspended from the Senate at that same time. That time, Saraki and Ike Kuremadu stepped in to ensure that I wasn't suspended. They also stepped in to save the Senate because if I had been penalized and suspended, Nigerians would have stormed the National Assembly, so they allowed the matter to rest. Sani said he did not regret his action, stressing that he went to the Senate as an activist who was one of those hammering on the humongous amount of money that is paid to the legislators. He added, I am so happy to have done it. If I had not done it, my conscience would have pricked me forever. I didn't go to the Senate as a politician and went there as an activist who went into politics and couldn't have imagined myself collecting such a humongous amount without saying anything at the plenary anytime. Before I went to the Senate, I was one of those hammering on what the amount of money that had been paid as allowance and the patchy salary. Anyway, I thought of it as an activist. What would I have become if I had left the Senate without disclosing what I was earning while at the National Assembly? I would have been simply termed a hypocrite by the people who joined me on that activist role. Anyway, my good people, the wonderful Nigerians and the Biafrans, here we will take a break. I beg, make gonna help me to share this message. Help me share this message with your left hand or with your right hand, but make sure that this message get to every nooks and crannies of this country. A lot of things is happening, and we await 16th day of September in the year of 2023 for the verdict or for the final ruling on the Election Petition Tribunal court that is going to, or that is still on the process. Anyway, whichever way it is, we know that at that day, it's either you cry, the ruling is against you, or you smile, the ruling is in your favor. Have a nice day. May the good Lord bless you all in this new week, in this new Monday, and all that we desire must surely come to us. Have a nice day. May the good Lord bless Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Have a nice day, and may the Almighty Chukwu Kiabama protect each and every one of us. Bye for now. Kemesian, my wonderful people.